In the world of entertainment, some moments last only a few seconds, but stay in the minds of fans for years. These moments are often unplanned, completely spontaneous, and sometimes so subtle that the audience watching live doesn't even realize what just happened. Only later, when videos are replayed, expressions are analyzed, and fans look closely at every detail, does the real story begin to emerge. One such moment involved two rising stars from Chinese entertainment, Weilong and Zhao Jinmai. Both actors are widely known for their talent, charm, and their ability to create natural chemistry with their co-stars. But during a promotional event that seemed completely ordinary at first, their chemistry almost created a moment that could have shocked everyone in the room. The day began like any typical promotional event for a drama. Bright stage lights illuminated the set, cameras were positioned from every angle, and a crowd of excited fans filled the audience seats. The hosts were energetic, keeping the atmosphere light and playful while encouraging the cast members to interact with each other. Laughter echoed throughout the studio as the cast participated in games designed to entertain the audience. These activities were meant to showcase the actors' personalities and create fun interactions between them. For the most part, everything felt relaxed and predictable. At one point during the event, the hosts introduced a game that required the actors to pair up. By chance, or perhaps by design, Weilong and Zhao Jinmai ended up standing next to each other on stage. The audience reacted immediately. Many fans already enjoyed seeing them interact, and the idea of the two stars teaming up during the game created a wave of excitement in the crowd. Both actors appeared comfortable and cheerful as they prepared to follow the instructions given by the hosts. The rules of the game were simple, but they created a situation that would later become the center of fan discussions. The participants were required to stand extremely close to their partner while completing a task. At first, it seemed harmless. Moments like this were common in entertainment shows, designed mainly to create funny reactions or a little bit of embarrassment for the actors involved. But as the game progressed, the distance between Weilong and Zhao Jinmai became noticeably smaller. They stepped closer and closer. Under the bright stage lights, their faces were suddenly only inches apart. For a brief moment, the studio felt slightly quieter, as if the audience sensed something unusual in the air. Some people in the front rows leaned forward, trying to see more clearly. From certain camera angles, the moment looked almost like a scene from a romantic drama. Weilong seemed to lean forward slightly, almost instinctively. His movement was subtle, but it was enough to catch the attention of viewers who later rewatched the footage carefully. Meanwhile, Zhao Jinmai appeared to realize how close they had become. Her expression shifted quickly from calm to surprise before she let out a small, slightly nervous laugh. The distance between them was incredibly small, close enough that many fans later insisted that the two were just seconds away from accidentally kissing. For a split second, everything seemed to slow down. The stage lights glowed brightly above them, the cameras continued rolling, and hundreds of eyes were watching. And yet, somehow, almost no one fully realized what nearly happened in that instant. Just before the moment could become something even more shocking, Zhao Jinmai reacted quickly. She tilted her head slightly to the side and laughed, turning the tension into a playful joke. The movement broke the moment immediately. Weilong also seemed to realize how close the situation had become. He stepped back with a shy smile, clearly a little embarrassed, while the hosts quickly continued the game to keep the atmosphere light. The audience burst into laughter, assuming everything was simply part of the entertainment. To them, it looked like nothing more than a funny moment on stage. But later, when clips from the event began circulating online, fans started noticing something interesting. When the video was replayed in slow motion, viewers could clearly see just how close their faces had been. Frame by frame, the moment looked even more intense. Fans began sharing screenshots, discussing every tiny detail: the direction song Weilong leaned, Zhao Jinmai's sudden reaction, and the exact distance between them. Some viewers believed it was purely accidental. Others were convinced that Song Weilong had almost forgotten the cameras were there for a second. But regardless of the interpretation, one thing became clear: the moment felt incredibly natural. That authenticity is one of the reasons both actors are so popular. Song Weilong is known for his calm charisma and strong screen presence, while Zhao Jinmai has built a reputation as one of the most talented young actresses of her generation. When performers with that level of charisma share the same stage, their interactions can sometimes feel almost cinematic, even when nothing is scripted. And that is exactly why the moment captured so much attention among fans. It wasn't a planned romantic gesture. It wasn't part of the show. It was simply a spontaneous interaction that lasted only a few seconds. Yet those few seconds were enough to spark endless conversations online. What made the story even more intriguing was the silence that followed. Neither Song Weilong nor Zhao Jinmai ever directly addressed the moment afterward. There were no detailed explanations in interviews, no long social media posts, and no official comments clarifying what really happened. The moment simply remained part of that event, a small fragment of an otherwise cheerful promotional show. But for fans, it became something much bigger. Every time the clip resurfaces online, the discussion starts all over again. Some fans call it one of the most unexpectedly intense moments ever captured during a drama promotion event. Others simply see it as a charming example of the natural chemistry between two talented actors. In the end, no kiss actually happened on that stage. The game continued, the show moved on, and the audience left with smiles and laughter. But for those who noticed the subtle details, that brief moment will probably never be forgotten. Because sometimes, the most memorable stories in entertainment aren't about what actually happened. They're about what almost happened. And for fans of Song Weilong and Zhao Jinmai, that day will always be remembered as the moment when something surprising nearly unfolded in front of everyone, without anyone truly realizing it at the time.